welcome to Good Vibes Goddess Tarot. So, with it being Gemini season, you know, going with the pattern, I'm doing the Lovers card and going to give some information about Gemini season. We also have Mercury out because Mercury rules Gemini. Get out into that. And then we're going to follow into the reading. But take the parts that resonate with you and leave the parts that doesn't. It's your story. If it's not your story, don't try to make it your story. That's fine and that's dandy. Right? So if you have headphones in, I'm going to cleanse the energies. So turn your headphones down. So, ready? Okay. So, a little bits about Gemini. So Gemini season starts from May 21st to June 20th. They are known to be the twins. It's an air sign. It's a minute air sign, so it doesn't really do like much changes really happens in the Geminis. But other than energetically or stuff like that is a minute air sign. Probably not saying it right, but there's colors that represents Geminis are yellow and orange. Like I said before, they're ruled by Mercury, the communication planet. I'll tell you a little bit more about Mercury and when I get there. But the good characteristics of Geminis, what they're known for, and the positive sides are being flexible, witty, spontaneous, intelligent, adaptable, very sociable, and informative and connected. Huh. Nope, it's not working. The downside of Gemini is like the shadow aspects, the negative parts of them, are they're very talkative, superficial, inconsistent, deceitful, and cunning. In the tarot, they are represented as the Lovers card, and their motto is I think. Ooh, now Mercury, like I said before, is the planet of communication, and it rules Gemini, but it also rules Virgo, and it also Mercury is powerful in Virgo, and it's the communication planet. I already said that, but it's also more like tied to like your day-to-day expansion. Like you talk to, some people might talk to people every day. And they'd be like, you learn something new every day is because you talk to people. You can learn something new just by talking to other people or interacting with other people. And like I said before, with the I think, it's the same thing for Mercury. Its motto is I think and or I communicate. Mercury in the tarot represents the magician and something about the symbol on it. So the Mercury symbol, right? If you can, the camera will zoom on. Either way, it's like a half circle on top of a full circle, and then the full circle is on top of a cross, right? Or a T, however you want to call it. So, where you break it down, right? It's supposed to represent spirit and matter is linked and being reciprocated or being like taken in. And whereas if you see with Pluto, it's kind of sort of a similar pattern with the symbol, but rather than the half circle being on top of the full circle, the semicircle is touching the cross and the full circle is inside of it. And the full circle is supposed to represent spirit, the half circle is supposed to being able to receive and being receptive to things. And the cross or the T, however you want to call it, it's supposed to represent matter, right? So that's that symbol. And during Mercury retrograde, which we just got out of, we know that sometimes communication can becomes very communication can get like mixed up. Technology can get mixed up as well. Um, Mercury rules the third house and the sixth house, and it's a mental planet. Right? It's all about inside your mind, your head, how you communicate, your words and stuff like that. That's You have to think about how you formulate your sentences. It's all mental, and we already had that Gemini is an air sign, and then before when I said that it also rules Virgo, even though that's like earthly, you talk like whatever you speak should come into existence, right? It should become physical. That's why like the day-to-day expansion is also with your communication. Like you say one thing today and you start working on it tomorrow, kind of thing. And see that I spoke about the third house. The third house is all about community. The natural ruler is Gemini and is ruled by Mercury. Like I said before, it's all about communication, siblings, school, short-term trips, neighborhood, your ideas, and who or what you are around, like your environment, right? And your third house is described to your third house describes how people relates to the intimate or like not intimate immediate surrounding, how observe they like how they are observe their environment, the people around them, and how they interact with those people around them, and the new elements in that surrounding. So it could be your local neighborhood, like your worldly neighborhood. It's just how you communicate and expand with others, how you carry yourself, and or like how like being in the right connections, and if it's helping you expand or helping you like suppressing you in any way, shape, or form. So now let's talk about the Lovers. Hold on, okay. No. So, the Lovers. It's the sixth card in the major arcana. It represents a permanent shift when our consciousness evolves and we begin to see the world through an entirely new lens and make new connections and learn about forgiveness as well. But overall, like in the Fool journey, this is the part where the Fool is now ready to learn about duality, yin and yang. Funny enough, temptation, decisions, attractions, choices, friendships, unions, and significant others, sexual adjoinment, and romantic relationships. Right. The Lovers could also be known as the card of choices. So it also talks about making the right choice by using logic over emotion, sometimes signifying attraction and relationships. Right. So we have relationships and choices. But you can choose a special relationship, but you will be required to give up something in return, like your time and or your freedom. True love is not necessary. What? True love is not necessary. Romantic feelings, but it can also be feelings at peace with your beliefs, choices, and your environments. Three things to keep in mind: that will it help you have open and honest communication with yourself and others? Well, you know to follow your intuition regarding the right and wrong, not led by religious or other people like popular opinions, and you're considering the duality of it, like the positive and the negative of it, like the yin and yang of it. Some the symbol at the whole words, and it's Mercury, and it's like I was fine beforehand, but now, right? So the sun is to represent energy, joy. The angel is Archangel Raphael, which is the angel of healing. And the tree is to represent the tree of knowledge, is why I have all the fruits on it. It's growing and it's abundant. Normally, you might see they are naked. The card where she is naked fell on the well. They are like a little bit naked. I covered it up. Fell on the floor. And the nakedness is represent like nothing is being hidden between you two. The trees is like I said, the tree of life, and there's a tree of knowledge, and I believe this one has 12 fire symbols to represent the 12 signs. The snake that is coiled over here on this tree is to represent temptation, and the tree of knowledge is to represent like consciousness and stuff like that. And then the two trees represent like the polarities, duality, and anything else. Nope, I can tell you about the keywords now. So keywords that go with it, like I said before, is choices, relationships, but also harmony, love, polarity, values, temptation, strong bonds, soulmates, partnerships, self-development, connectivity, and duality. A couple of things to keep in mind when the lovers cards show up. It keeps saying that you maybe have to make a difficult decision, or a change is coming regarding your relationships, or like a compromise that you have made in order to grow in like a new relationship or in the same relationship. And that trust and unity gives each other. The point of a relationship is trust and unity to and be able to give each other confidence and strength and to empower each other. And when it's reverse, the Lover's card reverse, it means imbalance, ignoring the problems, lack of harmony, making poor choices, or unable to make choices, separation, disconnect, indecisions, conflict, lust, lack of respect, trust issues, stifle, detachment, disharmony, dishonesty, and you don't know what you want, or it can mean that you don't know what you want, or this person don't know, or that person don't know what they want, and or a friendship or relationship is imbalanced or have some difficulties, and or you taking advice from others that can leave you down more confusion. So a couple of things. So if you see like the Lovers card and the Two of Cups, they can mean like there's mutual respect or like a deep love for each other. The Lovers and the Four of Wands represent like a wedding. And the Lovers and the Six of Wands represent success in love, or being with the one, or finding the one, because the Six of Wands is a victory after a very long battle. And the Lovers and the Three of Swords is making a bad decision, also heartbreak, um, betrayal, something like that. But the Lovers and the Ten of Cups can mean a blissful time or a blissful love. The Lovers and the Empress means an abundant love. Oh, and I also have the Lovers and Judgment means a renewed love and or vows. You know, some people renew their vows. And the Lovers and the Sun means a new love and of like a strong love. The Lovers could also mean have like a psychic aspect with the angel on it, also being an angelic card representing that insight that is coming to you via the divine, or just your intuition moving on to another level and transforming and evolving. Oh, and then it's the number 6 card. How about that? And then 6 cards is the lovers and the devils and all the other sixes, like the 6 of cups, 6 of pentacles, 6 of swords, wands. All together, 6 is supposed to represent harmony, progress, communication, healing, beauty, and transit, like being in, transformation, collaboration, persevering, reconnecting, renewing, and success, self-care, balance, and reflecting. So when it was like, so no, I normally do the numbers and I'll be like, okay, there's this, and there's this, there's this. So if there's 2 sixes, it's supposed to represent like a special relationship, beauty in the home, or just beauty in the relationship, and the need of a creative pursuit. When it's 3 sixes, it's time to reflect. It's time for reflection and or heed the warning. Or it could just simply, if it's positive, it just simply means like it's success in your business. And when it's 4 sixes, it's harmony all around in all shapes or forms. Right, so like if the 6 of cups come out, and then, that's like we were talking about the harmony and peace in the past. It doesn't mean that it's like present. Like unless you got like the 6 of swords and it's like you currently moving on to a peaceful situation, kind of thing. But I already have some cards out here that we can start talking about. Right. So I have twin flames, not enough, and passion. Those came out together. So in the twin flames, it said yin and yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complementing each other. And then on not enough, it says frustration in relationships, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, and fear/ego issues, and jealousy. And then passion, it says intense chemistry, liking each other, and having fun. Right? So what I gathered from that was, do you think this person is your twin flame, or there's not enough passion or chemistry to keep this thing going and just causing a lot of frustration in the relationship? Because like it's not gonna, because she's literally like walking away, so it's like it's not enough for her to stay, right? And with this self-sabotage being here, you could self-sabotage due to the lack of confidence that you're having, and that either you suffer from jealousy, like in your relationships, if somebody talk to them, you automatically get jealous, or your partner gets jealous when other people give you attention. Something in the relationship is just off and wishy-washy. Also have a note, I'll read it after this. Some notes that I took and wrote down. And then we have here with heart, with the key, with welcoming new love, meeting the one, opening your heart, and getting together and perfect. And then, like I said before, she's looked like she's literally walking away. So she's walking away either from the key, like walking away from this twin flame to find somebody that has the key to her heart. And because it's not, like I said before, it's not enough chemistry or whatever it is, not enough passion in this relationship to keep this going. It's no longer fun. It's not enough, right? And with this duality, we gotta remember, like, there's also light and then there's shade. And my candle just went out. Right? There's light and then there's shade. So, but there's yin and yang, right? One is fire and another one is, let's say, water, to go with that. But one is more masculine, the other one's more feminine, kind of thing. And sometimes, even though you could be in like that feminine aspect, whatever you're doing doesn't go with that masculine aspect or that masculine energy, and that's fine and that's cool, that's dandy. But you just gotta know when something is not cutting it and be able to walk away, so you won't damage yourself, that you'll get closed off to love, that you get to the point where you have to, I want to say, like, welcome love into your life, but you have to like reintroduce yourself to love and putting yourself back out there and open, like with this opening your heart and stuff like that, because you closed it off at some point, Then we have healing your heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from a toxic relationship and or addiction. So this twin flame relationship with this coupling and complimenting each other, it could have just been like very codependent. And if this is a real twin flame, if this ego problem, if they come back, that will no longer be an issue. That's how you can know if you know, if they learned their lesson over, it's time to move on with these twins. Funny enough, of course they're gonna complimenting each other. Cause even here we got fire and then we have water. Like it's two different things, and you sound like, oh, the two can't mix, but if you like do it correctly, you probably can have like the two mix, right? And it won't be a problem. Cause they could work together and it won't be a problem and everything works out the way that it needs to work out. When it doesn't, when one try to overpower the other, then things, becomes out of hand. They won't work out. Um, but we also have here, what do you see in me? Will this ever change? I'm just gonna read this way. And then we have, why do I deserve someone like you? And see with that, that's the self sabotage. Either you self sabotage or they self sabotage, and the reason they self sabotage is because they feel like, or you feel like you didn't deserve that person, and that's due to lack of confidence that you have either with yourself or with no trust that you think about you. So just either with yourself. And then we have, you are so different from the people, from everyone around me. Then we have, you deserve better. See? They don't think that you deserve them. Even if you pick them or you choose them, they don't feel worthy, or that they don't feel like they deserving of your time, energy, space, being around you. This person could put you on a pedestal and put them, that's a lot. And then we're gonna have, if I could go back in time, I will handle us differently, and why do I feel so lost? So, before I get into the cards, let me read the notes that I gathered. Right? So, we already talked about the fire, and funny enough, Mars was one of the. I have runes, so I was using my rune before the reading. So, Mars came out. I'll tell you what came out. Okay. So, what came out in the upright was. Okay. Comfort, love, death, which means something is ending, and Mars, right? And then what came out slanted was honesty, romance, and your root chakra. What came out reverse was eye, which is like your third eye chakra, your third eye, and forgiveness, right? So, what I gathered is Mars is known for its physical energy, its passion, its love, sexuality, and its ambitions. Romance might be off due to your emotional connection being off, so the sex or romance will also be off as a result. You started to change your life to form more meaningful connections with people. You can work in harmony with people and have people that support you and that is loyal to you and you are loyal to them. And you may need to have a sense of fulfillment, or you may not you may not feel like you have a sense of fulfillment due to like your money situation or the luck or like your romance situation, but the way I said before with the death, like a situation is coming to an end or something needs to come to an end, or less it will lead to like bankruptcy, loss, ruin, fall from grace, being worried and feeling like you like loss of value. And then with the root chakra, it's known for your survival, feeling secure and grounded in yourself, and in order to have that sense of belonging on your path, like I said before, something might need to come to an end, so you might need to literally walk away from something. Like I was talking about here, if it's not enough, like literally walk away. And to work on your root chakra, if it is out of balance, you can do stretches, yoga, take a shower, meditate, wear red, walk around barefoot, or chant UHH, right? And then with the I, like I said before, it's your psychic abilities, but seeing it as being reversed is it's not working, or you're not seeing the truth clearly, and that's probably due to the fact that you're focusing on something else or just refusing to see it. So, but it's important to keep your eyes open so you can see through like people tricks, the magic, so no one will use you as a pawn. Um, Even if it's known or unknown, like you will see through their tricks and their illusions, so you don't get deterred from like your path and your purpose. Right. So now, because we need those, we can get into the actual reading. Oh, let me tell you the questions before we get into the reading. So there's 10 questions. Okay, so the first question is the underlying issues. What stand in the way of love? What is blocking you from receiving or giving love openly? 2 is what inner works has to still be done in order to open yourself to love more freely. Third question is self-love. How do you perceive yourself? This is the foundation for all other cards. What is your relationship to yourself? And then affectionate love, which it doesn't have to be like just romantic. It could be love of like friendship and family. So we have how do you relate to platonically? What is the status of your friendships? And then we have familiar love. How do you relate to family? What are your common structures within your blood or chosen family? Romantic love. How do you relate to your romantic partner? How would you describe your relationship? And if you're single, how do you relate to the idea of a partner? Then we have enduring love, which pretty much is like love that grows over time. We have how do you feel about commitment, playful love, like being flirty and stuff like that. We have how do you feel about dating? How do you feel about flirt? How do you flirt? My bad. Obsessive love. We also have jealousy here. That's a part of obsessive. Um, when does your love goes overboard? When how sorry. When have you caused harm with your love? And selfless love is when you like give love freely, right? How do you express selfless love? What do you give to others freely without expecting anything in return? Yeah. So make some space. And go that way. Okay. So we have the Temple of the Sun. Right? We have the third eye chakra that was reversed. So if you was refusing to see something clearly with the sun shining, it's saying like there's no way you can't see it. Right? It's shining the light on the whole situation and bringing it to the forefront. Right? And we have fear. So if you was staying in a relationship or staying with somebody, or somebody like was projecting their problems onto you, it was due to the fact that they lacked the self, like I said before, it could be like them self-sabotage because they lack confidence. They feel like you deserve better. You didn't they didn't deserve you. and they self-sabotaged the relationship because they didn't have confidence within themselves. They were scared. But fear here, either of you leaving them, and we also have fear issues. But this jealousy was also standing out. It's just like they were scared either of you leaving them or say of messing up. So they either did the most and like that sabotaged the relationship, or you did the most and that sabotaged the relationship, seeing that the whole questions pointed towards you. So your lack of confidence, so they cause you to self-sabotage your relationships, and that caused a lot of frustration, not only in the relationships, but it creates a lot of strain and more arguments than need be. Then we have reevaluation. Right, so thinking back, reflecting on either how you self-sabotage your relationships or the people that you dated due to the fact that you, let's see, okay, because another way you could self-sabotage is, let's say you do have confidence, you don't have confidence issues, right? But you, or if it's fun flirting, you like the attention that people give you and stuff like that. And then you end up in a relationship because you didn't want to be alone. That's self-sabotaging because you know that person wasn't worth like your time or your efforts or something like that. You were just talking to them just for fun, just to get like attention and stuff like that. With passion to see where it goes and stuff like that. But you actually didn't want that person and stuff like that. And then you end up in a relationship, and then they either project their problems onto you, because if you are out of their lead and they feel like you're out of their lead, they're probably going to try to do the most to keep you. And in the beginning, you probably like that, like I said, because like I said before, either somebody put you on a pedestal, or you put somebody else on a pedestal, and that's damaging, right? Either way, if you're the one on the pedestal, that becomes way too much because they put a lot of expectation on you and then expect you to fulfill them, and it's just like, I never said I was able to do those things. You just thinking I can, and you want me to do it. Like, no. And or if you put somebody else on a pedestal, you believe that that person is better than you and worth more, deserve more than what you bring to the table, when it's just like they chose you, they picked you. So it's just like, clearly they wanted you, right? But with this healing your heart and why do I feel so lost, it could be, like I said, that like you ended up in a relationship because you didn't want to be by yourself, or because of the attention that somebody gave you, and it caused, like with the self-sabotage, it caused either stressful relationships or abusive relationship, either emotionally or mentally, could be even physically, and or people with this compliment, like people just mirroring you, and you jump into the relationship because you feel like you have so much passion, but they were really like just, I don't say copying you, but mimicking you in that moment to get your attention, to make it feel like you have so much romance and passion in common and stuff like that. So it could pop make you think it's leading somewhere when it really wasn't. Like we have that snake, right, with temptation. Like this could have just all been about temptation, and you might need to reevaluate that. And we have hope. And we have rose. Okay. Rose. And rose is supposed to be about like self-love, but also just love and like the symbol for love and the symbol for romance and stuff like that. So it's like continue to have hope in your love life. Like love will come again. Like don't close off your heart to love and stuff like that because it's just one person. Um, You gotta face your fears and realize why you either got into a relationship with that person and why it didn't work out, and it, like, hold yourself accountable. Even if that person doesn't hold themselves accountable, you should hold yourself accountable, because it really doesn't matter what that person, like, felt about it, because at the end of the day, because it didn't work out, they might try to blame you and put all the things on you when they never had a role to play. Because somebody here felt didn't have the confidence and lacked some type of confidence and didn't feel like they did deserved you and didn't feel worthy of it. Didn't feel worthy in a relationship. Didn't feel worthy of your love, and that's what caused a whole bunch of problems and commotion and conflict. And we have gift. When I saw, like, with gift, when I was about to say, like, there's a lot of different ways to receive love, but overall, love is a gift. Like, being loved and cared for and nurtured. Um, Either, even if it's just yourself, that self love and self care, that's a gift. Not everybody have that. That confidence is a gift. Yes, how you feel about yourself, right? Your self confidence, self esteem, and stuff like that is a gift, because not everybody has that, right? And like we said, like I said before, with the question with the self love, it said that this is the foundation for everything else, and how we interact with other people and stuff like that. So how we share our gifts with other people. So just because, some people be like feel like they're confident and stuff like that, and when somebody else come in and that person's just minding their business and doing nothing, they're bullying them. It's just like, are you really confident? Because if you're confident, you wouldn't have to bully somebody else and try to bring them down. It's just like, no, you're trying to abuse you. Even if the people that like have power and stuff like that, they abuse their power. They don't feel confident within themselves, which is why they abuse their power. If you feel confident enough, you wouldn't have to abuse your power and manipulate anybody in no way, shape, or form. You know. So sometimes people come in your life to be, right, a lesson or a blessing, but overall you learn something, you take something away from it, and that's kind of sort of you gotta find a silver lining out of the situation, and that's a gift and stuff like that. They also have New World. So like I just said, they come in to be a lesson and or a blessing. So if this relationship doesn't work out, you look at why it didn't work out, and now you know what you don't want a relationship or stuff like that. What you like, and then you can find like the parts. And as I said, like, everything was all bad. Like, you might have some good moments where, like, that you enjoy those things and you like these things, but you don't like this and you don't like that and you don't like that. And now you know, right? You get closer and closer to finding the actual relationships that you want and that you will enjoy with meeting the relationship that is actually for you. And then we have courage. And then I say you gotta face your fears. Yeah, you gotta have the courage to face your fears and to find those new worlds. You can continue having your art open, and connecting with people and finding out, like, communicating with people. It doesn't have to be on like a romantic level that everybody that comes to you and talk to you have to be in a relationship with them. You could just talk to them, and let's say you talk, you communicate, you realize we don't have nothing in common. We don't, like, the conversation feels dry and nothing and stuff like that. It's just like, you know that you don't need to be dating that person, because it's just gonna continue like y'all having dry ass conversations. You know? And we have expression. See, that was one of the things I said earlier. Can you have open and honest communication with somebody? Can you express yourself fully and completely? And it's a blue dragon. Look at that. Right? And that's your throat chakra. Your throat chakra is all about expression. Can you create with this person? Um, can you expand with this person? Can you grow with this person? Is they just keeping you stifled? Y'all just stuck on this one topic and just awkward silence and stuff like that? That says a lot, you know? And we have air chalice. Can you share your thoughts with this person? Are they without them dismissing it and just writing it off and be like, that's silly, like, stuff like that? Can you actually talk to this person and be vulnerable with them, and they listen and not laugh at you or try to bring you down in any way, shape, or form? Then we have the universe. Also with the twin flames here in the okay, so you're gonna have like, of course you might have like just the one, right? But with twin flames, you can have multiple twin flames, and then okay, how to put this? Because you can have twin flame soulmates, right? And then you can have twin flame karmics, but you might have one true actual twin flame. But overall, you have multiple twin flames out there, right? So with this healing your heart, the more you heal your heart or whatever, like toxic relationship or addiction, like this codependency, um, people pleasing that popped in my head, whatever fears that you have and stuff like that, the more you heal from it, the less and less karmics you will attract or interact with. Not saying that it's gonna be like all rainbows and sunshines, because you have to use your discernment to realize like this person isn't for me. But the more you heal your heart, the more confidence you become in yourself, or the self, like taking care of yourself, more self love you have. You will have no problem like rejecting somebody, but not like in a harsh way. If you be like, no, I will never date you. It's just like, no, I'm good. I'm focused on myself. I'm focusing on this right now, and I'm good by myself. I'm good focusing on that and trying to get my life together and stuff like that. Um, Whatever way you want to reject people, you do you. Um, and not just taking everybody off of just because. Then we have wisdom, right? With this evaluation, you start to realize that where you went wrong, or where you made some mistakes, or where you could do better, and then you start doing that, right? Now that you know better, do better, kind of thing. And you see the wisdom in, like I just said, like find it with the gift, like finding that silver lining, realizing that not everything is going to be all rainbows and sunshine all the time. Then we have divine order. And then we have King Arthur. Right? Because I'm about to say, with the divine order, I was like, it's something, I was like, you're trying to do something, but it's into divine hands, right? And then with this King Arthur, think about how many people try to pull that sword out that rock, okay? And it didn't move not an inch. Okay, but he comes and it moves, and just like, come on now. Like, it's like, these people was just like a stepping stone, like, to you to find the run. Not that they loosened the sword for him or anything like that. It's just like, this person or the people that you're dating is not the one, right? No matter how much they try to pull or try to have the key to your heart, they're not the one that's gonna unlock it or open you up to, like, what popped in my head was Big Sean. I don't know why, but that where he was saying that he used to tell his father like how no girl will ever make him do this or do that and stuff like that. But Janae out had him eating sushi. He doesn't like raw fish or stuff like that, or even trying sushi. And he he realized like, oh, this is what my dad was talking about. Like, the wisdom be passed down in certain different ways. Like I said before, with communication is talking to people, stuff like that. And you probably thought like in that moment like, oh, nobody will ever date me again. This is my person. I gotta stick it out, work it out. And it's just like, no, no, you're just keeping this person and like trying to make them and mold them into the one for you, when they will never actually get that key, because it's not meant for them. So go find the person that it's actually meant for. And like I said, you don't have to jump into a relationship with this person. You can just simply talk to them, right? And communicate with them. And then little by little, you might communicate less and less with certain people. And one person, you start communicating with them more and more. Because You enjoy communicating with them. You like communicating with them. You enjoy their time and stuff like that. Then we have home. Alright, with this twin flame here, how to tell like a karmic twin flame from an actual twin flame? They will both trigger you, right? But a twin flame will like if you growing and you're changing with this new world, they won't try to stop you. They will encourage it. Right? Now karmic will try to stop you. Because they know once you grow and heal, they serve no purpose. Your contract is now null and void. Right? What kept y'all connected is done. You have no longer have anything in common. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, so we have Uranus and Pluto. Right, see? Okay, you see the symbol now? That was something about? Why the camera? Every time. Look it up, but you will see the symbol and then look at Mercury's symbol. It's kind of similar. Just the position is different. But Uranus is the planet of change and reformment, and in Pluto, it's about secrets, hidden things, obsession for one. So I won't say it's something that you're obsessed about. You will no longer become obsessed about it, but it's time to change that. Any those codependent relationships, those talk with this addiction here, the thing like you gotta change it, reform it, change it. Or we even have here, I will handle things differently. Like it's time to do things differently in this new world, because you can't go back in the past, or you can just focus on it now and do it different now. Right now that you know better, do better. Like if you leave this person and you realize like, oh, I was doing this, and the third, and this is why the relationship was toxic. You don't have to go back to that person to try to make to better the relationships. Just be better for the next person. Just be better for the next person. Just be better for the next person. Right with this, why do I feel so lost? Because somebody lacked the confidence to have with this fear. They didn't have the confidence. And put somebody else on a pedestal for unnecessary reasons. Then we have the North Star. There will be success from and benefits. And the North Star is all about like the point of destiny. Right? Where you're going and where you're heading. I just said, this thing have to change. You can't go back in the past. You only focus on the present. Change it today. Change it. Even if you want to start tomorrow, you can start tomorrow. But it needs to change now, because this can it can't come with you into your future. Because it will affect your future and damage your future. Like I said before, don't close your heart off for somebody that was just meant to be, was a stepping stool anyways. And then I'm not saying that I don't know you're gonna meet the person meet the one in your next relationship. I don't know how many people you're gonna have to talk to before you meet the one. Okay, you know, I don't know. You know when you find the one. And like I said before, with the twin flame and the difference between the twin flame and the difference between a karmic one, even with soulmates and stuff like that. They won't stop your growth in any way, shape, or form. They will encourage you to grow. They will want you to grow, want you to continue growing with this wisdom, want you to find things out. Just say, put you onto some new knowledge, learn you something, you know? And you know, stuff like that. With this healing, they will have no problem with you healing and doing what's best for you, right? A karmic will, but like your actual soul family, your twin flames and stuff like that, they wouldn't. right? Because they know what you're destined for and want you to get to that point of destiny. They wouldn't try to slow you down in any way, shape, or form. Let's go one more. Then we have Saturn. It's all part of time. Right? And you learning your lessons with the wisdom. Now that you know better, you need to do better. Now that you know your mistakes, you see where you went wrong. Like continue growing and doing better. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have in the 12th house, which is Pisces. We have your faith, hidden tendencies, and large institution and overwhelming events. So you have to do what's best for you. Right? And your faith and what you take from. Because everybody, even in the Christian faith, not everybody believes the same thing or go off the same principle. So you have to go off what is your principle and stuff like that. Unless it's unethical, that's why I'm saying that needs to change. You gotta stop doing the unethical sugar honey iced tea. Like, you can't keep doing that. Right? So now we got some emotions. So we have actions. You have the courage to express the unique, loving colors of your soul. Right? And I already talked about Mercury, but Mars. Right, I was trying to say Mars. I kept trying to say Mercury. You might need to take action and actually communicate your needs and what you want. If you know what you want, communicate it. If you know what you don't want, communicate that too. Like if you go into a restaurant and stuff like that, and you want a burger, and you know they might put pickles on this burger, but you don't eat pickles and or tomatoes. You tell them no pickles, no tomatoes. Maybe you seriously lactose intolerant, no cheese. I don't know. Like it's just you just maybe won't say a cheeseburger, you say a hamburger at that moment. But you do you. Whatever you gotta take action on it. Especially if you have like allergies and stuff like that, you have to take action and realize and ask like, oh, does it have this in it? Does it have that in it? And like to be able to defend yourself and protect yourself, so you don't end up in these stressful, weird situations. Then we have discernment. Wasn't I just talking about that earlier? I said it earlier. Yeah, you have developed. You are developing the skill of distinguishing love from fear and truth from illusion. Right, and the Queen of Swords, she's all about discernment. King and Queen of Swords, and the Justice, all about discernment. Be quick to cut people off, right? Because not everybody's gonna tell you the truth. With that mystery, and I say you gotta keep your eyes open so you don't end up somebody's pawn and stuff like that. And stuff like if somebody's trying to get back at somebody, right? And they know you're close with that person, so all they gotta do is talk to you and wait till y'all two have a falling out, and then come to you and be like, oh, isn't this person so this and the third, this and the that, right? Now you becoming that person's pawn because they never said that they wanted you to have a falling out with this person, but they wanted you in their corner because they know it would get back at that person. So use your discernment, read between the lines, and everybody gonna tell you what you need to know and what you need to hear. Right? Some people will try to beat around the bush, right? And then try to say like, well, I gave you the information, that you do with it as you please. When it's just like, so like some salesmen, they would do it. Let's say it's like a timeshare and stuff like that, but they won't say the word timeshare because they know then everybody know what a timeshare is and stuff like that. So you might not want it. So they try to beat around the bush and try to say, oh, you get this, you get that, you get this, you get this, you get this, and the third. With actually saying the word like a timeshare, but that's exactly what it is, right? So you have to use your discernment to pretty much decipher and like gather like, okay, so what you're trying to sell me is a timeshare. And then they'd be like, oh, no, 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 no. It's like a timeshare, but it's not a timeshare when it's like it's exactly a timeshare kind of thing. And then we have we have past. Though through the power of love, you release any stagnated situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. Right? Like I said before, don't let this past person or your relationships in your past close you off from love and romance. Because this person was just a stepping stool or just meant to teach you a lesson. It's try to, like I said before, with the finding the silver lining, you realize that what is your type, what's not your type. You don't like this happening in a relationship, that happening in a relationship. You don't like these kind of people, that kind of people, this kind like and stuff like that. You enjoy this, you like this, and you like that. Right? You find out your preferences and stuff like that. You and what you what you will allow in your life and what you won't allow in your life. Let's say like I don't want to say superficial things. So let's say you enjoy rock climbing and stuff like that, right? And not saying that now you're just trying to date everybody that rock climbs, but that might, it makes sense. You enjoy rock climbing, they enjoy rock climbing, y'all can rock climb together. Let's say that there's somebody that never went rock climbing, but they are open to the experience of rock climbing, right? To trying it out to see if it is for them. If it's not for them, then it's okay. Then that's fine. Like you can, continue talk to that person. Whereas this person has never been rock climbing and don't even want to try and have no intentions or even trying or seeing it your point of view. They be like, well, I'll go with you and stand there and watch you, and it's just like for what, like that's the kind of thing. Like, no, that makes no sense. Like, whereas if you're climbing, you can pretty much talk to each other, whereas I'm climbing and gotta turn around to yell at you and just like no and stuff like that. You realize that it was, I won't say it's a waste of time talking to that person, but it's just like you might have to find something else to talk about. But it's like if everything that you try to talk about, you try to open them up to, or like open their horizons to, they just like a closed door in your face. You realize like, yeah, this make no sense to talk to this person. We won't grow. We won't expand. I will more shrink, because you probably would start spending less time rock climbing in this scenario, and to be more around this person, and so you lost something that you're passionate about. Like there was an exercise for you, so you have to find a new form of exercise and stuff like that. So it's like use your discernment. Realize the reason why that didn't work out is because you gave something up that you were passionate about, and the reason why you did it was for somebody else. You didn't do it for you, which is why it wasn't gonna work out. You can't. The intentions behind it, right? Then we have commitment. You dedicate yourself to your belief wholeheartedly, knowing that love is the essence of your very being. Right? Looking at your past commitments and like moving on from them. We have service. I feel good when I help others. But in order to help others, you have to be able to help yourself and like protect yourself and take care of yourself. And we have freedom. You are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. Right? And also, let's say like if you, let's say the roles were reversed, like, and you were the person that don't want to go rock climbing, you closed off to it, and because you have a fear of heights, right, and stuff like that, and this person is trying to coach you or like coerce you. I'm trying to get you to say that you will go and you will try it and stuff, like trying to like push you out your comfort zone, or like even like pull you or drag you out your comfort zone. Your real twin flame won't do that either. They will make, or even your soulmate, they will try to like get you to go at your own pace with this like home, so you can feel comfortable, you feel sturdy, right? You face your fears at your pace at your own time. What a true twin flame and soulmate would do. Like a karmic one will try to force you into it, right? With the triggering thing, they're trying to like force you and then try to I don't say intimidate you, but like try to force you, right, into stepping out of your comfort zone, or it's just force, and it's no. Try to, in that situation, they're trying to take your sense of freedom, right? So you can have a codependent relationship. And the difference between a codependent relationship is where then a dependent relationship, a codependent relationship, you feel like you cannot live without that person, you cannot function without that person, and you need that person in order to function and live. That's not healthy. Whereas a dependent relationship, that, let's say if I'm at work and stuff like that, you having a bad day, I can pick up the phone. You can pick up the phone. You can call me, and we could talk about it with no problem. Or even if I can't talk to you right then and there, and that's why I'm gonna call you back later. You know, when I get the time, I'm gonna call you back to talk about it. That's a dependent, like a dependable relationship, not a codependent relationship where you feel like you need me in order to think and or function, or live. No. Then we have cause and effect. You are aware that the love you create in your thoughts is the engine of change and the foundation of your results. Right, with that self-sabotage is looking, or even just sabotage in relation in general. Either they sabotage relationship or you sabotage relationship. And then if let's say you sabotage the relationship, how did you sabotage the relationship? Why did you sabotage the relationship? How can you fix that so you won't sabotage or damage the next relationship? And then, like I said before, with this healing the heart, it's like the more and more you heal and you get in touch with yourself or feel more secure in yourself, if a relationship ends, you just bounce back because you know you get another one, right? And or you know that you're not the problem. Like you didn't cause any issues in this relationship or any problems in relationship to to be worried about, to think that you're never gonna find somebody else again. And 9 times out of 10, somebody could break up with you, right? And try to say like, oh, it's because you are this, you are that, and da 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 da. But then, doesn't that person come back? If you were all this, that, and the third, why would they come back? Because if they were really the problem, they was projecting that problem onto you. Twin flame, complimenting each other. They wanted to just make you to seem like y'all was complimenting each other when it's just really a mirroring situation. What you saw in them, right? If you feel like there's lack of confidence, let's say you lacked confidence, you feel like they had a lot of confidence, right? When there's, for them, it's not actual confidence, it was pride and ego, right? So you mistaken their pride and ego as confidence, where you actually have true confidence, and they're intimidated by that, which is why they cause jealousy or cause issues and problems and arguments here and there, right? That's why I said the discernment, being able to decipher between the two. Right? We also have Saturn here, learning those lessons. Didn't it even say like the more you heal your heart, the less karmics you will have to deal with? Yeah, less karmic lessons you will have. Then we have the willingness. You are willing to compromise if the end result is love. Now we have joy. You delight in the love of life and being a spirit of fun to all you do. And bring the spirit of fun to all you do. Then we have surrender. I can release my need to control. Because that's your pride and your ego. And we also have an ego problem. They try to control things because they're actually scared of stuff. So, like I said before, like you thought it was confidence when it's just really their sense of pride and ego. I feel like they were Mr. Big Hot Shot because they made it seem like they had things under control when they actually didn't. They felt lost the whole time. They were scared the whole time, so they try to control you and everything in their surroundings to make them feel like they were secure when it's a false sense of security. If you gotta control, because the only thing you actually can control is yourself. So you're trying to control everything else in your environment. You have no control. You will never have control. You will always be in this state of fear. And we have death. See, twice. We have I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. Remember, with this cause and effect, sometimes for something to begin, something has to end. Right? And we have regret. I know that I can't change the past. I already said that, and past is already out. You gotta let it go. And we already have not enough, and I told you she's walking away. In order to heal her heart and fix herself and to open herself back up to love, she have to walk away from what this person is trying to deem or pass as love. That's also a song. Gotta walk away from love. That was my sign to break up with somebody. He came on 3 times. Funny enough, it was a Gemini. So, it came on 3 different occasions. 3 different occasions, but every time I thought about the person, the song came on, and I was like, "Yep, that's my sign. I'm get up out of here." Like, sad but not sad, cause I needed to get up out of there. Since we have success, I know that there is no greater goal than love. Where's that gift? There's different ways to express love. Could be like loyalty, but somebody, might be give you gifts. Could be word of affirmations, might spend your time, acts of service, stuff like that. But either way, it's still love at the end of the day. And even them just wanting you to grow and be successful, that's also love. Like, they care for you and they want you to grow and stuff like that and support you. That's a successful relationship. Not trying to stifle you, keep you stuck, and trying to control you. Like, no. Then we have doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Right? And that's right underneath you release the need to control everything. Didn't we also have something like that? With the releasing all answers? Either way. Then we have purpose. Right? I know what I'm here to do. With that North Node being here, that's all about, like I said, the point of destiny, but your destiny is your purpose. You have a purpose to fulfill, and this person is just slowing you down. Right? So we have a soul truth with, am I on the right path? Then when I'm finished reading all the cards, I'm going to read the back of it. And then we also have, am I focused on what I am losing or gaining? So we have, what has the fear of failure stopped me from doing? What's one step I could take today to begin overcoming that fear? And that came out with that, it was, what skills or qualities do I currently possess to achieve my dreams? How can I strengthen and or add to these capacities. Right? So you could focus on that, what the soul questions, because they pretty much tie together. That's my whole purpose. And we have, what is something or someone that is draining my energy right now? How do I no how do I have people who I need to spend less time with, or just even like spend less time talking to and stuff like that? Even when they text you, just it drains you. Like you can't find energy to like text this person back or talk to that person or even open a message or stuff like that. That might be another person that you need to step back from. Alright, then we have, what is considered as small stuff to me? How can I stop overreacting for small things? This came out in a whole different reading too. We have, what is one thing I haven't done yet that you really want to do, and what is stopping you? And I shuffle the cards, so I don't want nobody to be like, oh, she not shuffling correctly. Like, I shuffle. Then we have, what do I do when I feel life is too hard? How can I remind myself to see the beauty in the difficult situations? Oh, and that's something else like the lovers is supposed to represent. Like, trying to, like, to me, the lovers and the devil, when they come out together, I see it as like a karmic connection, right? But the because the devil have like the chains, the things that's keeping you stuck, the ties that's bind, karmic, codependent and stuff like that, or just a karmic or a contract, right? Um, but it's also supposed to represent like finding love and like the chaos and hard situations and seeing the beauty out of it. Like I just said before, find that silver lining. Like now you know what you like in relationships, and what you don't like. So you learn something. So even though you had to break up with this person and you feel like you lost because you lost time, you wasted time, but now you're gaining back your sense of peace, your sense of security. Um, about to be, you could be successful without this person. You look at all those things, the positive sides, that positive aspect of getting this person out of your life or out of your space or even out of your environment. Then we have, what are my hopes and my dreams for the next 5 years? What is my plan? What would happen if this wasn't a problem anymore? And what is the smartest way I can solve this problem? And then we have forgiveness and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in the present moment. And I already know I said it, but just in case y'all thought I ain't shuffle these. Like, then we have passion. We have passion here twice. Look at that. Allow your heart and your soul to sing with joy. Like, don't let this person close you off to love because they fucked up in some way, shape, or form. That's not your problem. That's their problem. And then we have deception. Somebody is wearing a false. Well, somebody is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. I never realized I said that. I just realized somebody's wearing a false mask is always what I said. Like I said, with that lack of confidence, it's either both of y'all, you, them, the whole thing. Either if it's both of y'all, that's why the relationship's not working. Why you frustrated? Even if you heal, they still gonna be out of balance, and it's still gonna throw everything out of whack. So it's just best for you to separate, break up, be on your own. You do what's best for you. You don't really care what this person do because they might focus on what you're doing, but it's none of your concern. Yours, your concern. They're their concern. Right? Because like I said before, what you thought was confidence is actually their pride and their ego. And with this control is making it seem like they have everything under control and everything in rats when they actually don't. Because, like, let's say something's bigger or like an actual problem shows up, I won't say they cower in their boots, but you see how quickly they will no longer become that. They're no longer that person that they was like 5 seconds ago, or what they were about to be when y'all get in the house, or wherever y'all go when it's just y'all two. They will no longer be that person. They will be somebody completely different, like either scared or terrified, or just, I don't say cowering. That's the only thing that pops in my head. And then we have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. And then we have past life relationships. You have known each other before. Literally could be your karmic. Somebody from your past life that you didn't. This person was meant to teach you a lesson, and you didn't learn the lesson in your past life, which is why you need to learn it in this life. And if you don't learn it in this life, you're just gonna continue repeating those problems until you learn the lesson. Pretty much, because you're just gonna continue making the mistakes. Let's say like you bad at math, that popped in my head, but like you bad at, was they dividing? That you always gonna make a mistake. You always gonna be off in some way, shape, or form. You know, because you never actually spent the time to learn how to do it properly. Then we have trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Right? Trust that this person is wearing a false mask, and if you get this person out of your life will be better. Learn the lesson you need to learn. Take the wisdom that you need to take, and get the fuck out. Get this person out of your life. Leave. Do you see this person in your life in the next 5 years? No? Then why are they there? Trying to buy time for what? Does not help you in no way, shape, or form. Because now if this person that's actually the one coming into your life, what are you going to do? Break up with this person and then get with that person and then try to lie about the time period where you met this person? This is why. For what? When you can just break up with this person, heal your heart, heal from this relationship, so then you can bounce back whenever you meet the actual one. Because if you just get out of a relationship with that person and you meet the one, they're going to know that you need time to heal your heart. They're not going to just jump in a relationship with you just because they like you oh so much. Like, no. No. They're going to give you time to take care of yourself, heal out of that relationship, get yourself together so they won't be a rebound person. Because nobody take a rebound seriously. Right, we have release your ex. It's time to cleanse your energy. Or clear your energy. Either way, release them. Like I said, because that person was deceptive and was fake and false. And it's from your past life. They're not, like... It's a relationship from your past life that you didn't learn, so the universe said, we're going to put you in this one and see if you learn this time. And it's looking like you didn't learn this time. So, they're going to keep sending it until you learn. Saturn, like, it has no problem. Right? While you're trying to call in your soulmate, your praise and your affirmation and your visualization help bring you two together. This person is stuck in the way. Cock blocking it a little bit, which is why I'm saying to release them. Get them out, get them out. So this person can come in and have a place to stay, okay? If King Arthur being here, he would have been able to pull the freaking sword if everyone that tried just freaking stood there, watch, like, and didn't get out the way. Like, no, like, you tried, you failed, let me try. Like, step to the side. You step to the side. This person, this ex, whoever this is, need to step to the side so the next person can try and come in. Then we have soulmate. Right? You calling in your soulmate. They just blocking your soulmate. They gotta step to the side. Okay? Like, they holding up the line. Like, they gotta step to the side. Like, I'm rooting for you. But then we have, yes, this is your soulmate. So whoever you're visualizing, you're praying for, even if, let's say you have dreams, right? But this, who do you see in the next 5 years? And that help you calling your soulmate, and then in your dreams you start picturing this person or seeing this person, and you don't know who this person is, nobody in your circle and stuff like that. Then it's like, yeah, that's your actual soulmate, or that's your soulmate in this lifetime. And this person that you have in your face is cock blocking that. This is so why we gotta come in your dreams, right? Then we have in the 12th house, but hidden, yeah, Pisces. Pisces is all about dreaming and stuff like that. You could dream of your soulmate and they see you, like visioning you in your dreams and stuff like that, because they can't come to you in real life because somebody's standing in the way holding up the line. Yeah. So now I have to use a spell deck, right? So I do not do spells. I don't know how to do those. I don't want to know how to do those, okay? But I can tell you, if somebody did try to do a spell, what spell they tried to do, so even if the energy around you, you can clear it, for one, and now that you're aware of it, you realize you're not bugging, so when certain things happen, you'll be like, oh, it's because of this, and the third. And then, if you're aware of it, and you know who did it, and you're not, I would say you don't accept it, you don't want it, it just goes right back to that person, and it just backfires, right? So let's say, how to put this? You know, like back in the old days with castles, they have like the moat and stuff like that. So, let's say you came to my castle, but not the moat, the drawbridge, right? The drawbridge is up, right? And you're like, oh, I brought you a gift, and it's, let's say it was a ball or something like that, right? And I was like, I don't want it. I don't want it, right? I don't want it. I don't care what it is. I don't want it. So even if you try to like throw it, like to my castle, throw it at my castle, even at the draw, it just hit the drawbridge, bounce back, now it's on the floor or wherever you at, right? It just come back to you and ricochets back to you and stuff like that, like a little boomerang. It just goes right back to whoever sent it, and it doesn't affect you in no way, shape, or form. It might cause like a little bit of delays and stuff like that, but it's not gonna really do the effect that it needs to do. Especially another thing with spells, if person that's doing it, if they're on a lower vibration than you and you're on a higher vibration, it's not really gonna affect you that much. Like, let's say this person or person that sent it is like a level 500 and you're a level 2000. What the fuck can they do? What the fuck? Like a scratch? Like, it's that kind of thing. So it's just like, the more, then the fact that you're aware of it, then you realize who sent it, goes right back, like I said before. But yeah, let's see. Let's find out. So these two came out together. So we have Altar Spell. Oh, there's three. Altar Spell, Moon, and Love Spell. So they could, you know, the my self care deck, right? And it has like make a altar and stuff like that. So this person could make an altar to do spells and have your picture there and do stuff like that to send you type of negative energy. Where you might have an altar, like, because somebody could say this is like an altar and stuff like that. Be like, oh well, there's no water and stuff like that. But then I have things that can represent the water, right? But where I'm using it is for like messages from spirit, just a table where they're using it to send you negative, like purposely send you negative energy. And then with the moon, it could be like using like the phases of the moon, like doing certain things on like, let's see, what popped in my head was full moon, and the spell that they could be doing or trying to do is a love spell, right? And I mean, they doing it. See, as soon as I turned it over, all I saw was to create a week of blissful, right? So they're trying to create with this love spell, especially, right? This honey love and stuff like that. They're trying to create or want to create like a situation where it make it seem like your relationship is worth it and y'all could be together and it's all calm, or y'all can like smooth things out, but it's not gonna like everything is not gonna smooth out or calm out or get better because this person is being deceptive and it's not meant to be in your life either way. Like, it's a past life situation. It's past life. This is your present life. This person not even supposed to be in your present life. You just, let's say you just so happen to bump into this person, but it's just, you didn't learn your lesson to realize that this person wasn't good for you in the past and not gonna be good for you in your present. So just let them the fuck go and walk on, right? That kind of thing. So the universe is just like, you're gonna continue. With Saturn, you're gonna continue learning this until you need to learn it, right? Because Saturn is known to be like the planet of time, or father time, and stuff like that. However long it needs you to take to learn the lesson, you go learn the lesson. You know what popped in my head? You ever when you was a child, I don't know. Maybe some parents didn't do this. My parents didn't. My daycare did. Like, if they had a certain type of food and they made the food, even if you didn't like it, it's on your plate. Even if you shared out the food yourself or you like took out too much, and it's like, no, you're gonna sit there and eat it until it's finished. It's that kind of thing. Like, you're gonna sit here and learn this lesson. It's on you. And if you don't learn it in this lifestyle, if you believe in lifetime, if you believe in reincarnation, the next life you just gonna learn how to learn it there. It's gonna continue, and it's just on you. Whereas if you do learn the lesson and you do reincarnate, you won't have to learn. Like, you already know the lesson. You have that information with you, so you won't repeat it again. Right. So now we have moon spell again. We have sun moon spells. They could have been doing this in the morning. Conjuring energy. Yeah, they use at this at their altar. They trying to either with this love spell, trying to conjure something so y'all can be together and be in peace and harmony, but that will not work, right? With this universe being here, they're trying to break universal law, universal forces for y'all two to be together when y'all not, and y'all won't. Because with the angel being here, it's not happening, bro. Like, it's not happening, bro. Pretty sure he's the same angel in Judgment. Like, it's not happening, bro. It's not. And Archangel Raphael is all about healing, right? They have his symbol, for one, is on the Two of Cups. His symbol is also in hospitals and stuff like that. Why would a spirit and or an angel put you with somebody that is going to cause you nothing but pain, hurt, and destruction? So, like, no matter what law, what forces they're trying to do, God gonna sit there and be like, that's funny. You're cute. Like, sit down, motor human. Like, it's just kind of thing. Like, you don't know what you're doing. And then, like I said before, whatever they're trying to conjure up or whatever they're trying to bring, it's just gonna bounce right back. Especially if with this not enough. It's not enough passion, enough energy either. You're not really focused on this person. You have no love for this person. So even if they're trying to send you like a love spell, and you close off to this person, you don't have no type of, like, you don't care for this person anymore in no way, shape, or form, it's not gonna affect you. You probably think about it, like, pop in your head, and you be like, why is this person, like, what did I think about this person? And it's like, because that person is thinking about you and or trying to send you something for you to go to them or you to talk to them, and it's just like, nah, I'm good. Like, that kind of situation, rather than them just coming to you and talking to you and being the bigger person. They trying to do spells behind your back for you to come and talk to them, or send you energy for you to come and talk to them. You know what popped in my head? Mystique from X-Men. With this deception, there's that kind of thing. Like, they trying to do everything under the sun rather than being the actual person. Like, rather than being their actual self. Then we have money spell. I guess to affect your money. It doesn't really say much. And then we have a love spell. Conjuring pleasure, right? Yeah. They're trying to conjure something. Send you energy or trying to tell somebody to do it for them in order for you to start loving them again, and or with this passion, right? Or pleasure. I was going to say for y'all to have sex again, but if y'all did, That's what they're trying to do. If they're not, that's what they're trying to get you to do. And then when I said that, I automatically look at commitment. Because either they feel like if you have sex with them, you will get back in a relationship with them, or they're trying to get you back in a relationship with them, but it's really just out of sex. So lust. Then we have house spell. Right, your home is your temple. So you don't. Do we have home over here? Yes. You don't feel so. They want to create a codependent relationship so you can feel safe. I won't say feel safe with them, but that twin flame. They want to create or make it seem like they're your twin flame when they're not. That's the deception, and they kind of trying to conjure something up to make it seem like they are, or to give that illusion that they are, even though they're not. And my analogy of the castle worked. They're trying to invade your home, your castle, you. They're trying to come into your space and your environment by any means necessary. Which is why I told you the difference between the twin flame, an actual true twin flame, and a karmic. If a real twin flame, if you don't want them in the house, they wouldn't like try to force their way in or try to do like sneak their way in any way, shape, or form. Do all this extraness to try to come in, to weasel their way in. Then we also have Alta magic, well, Alta spell again, and then we have everyday spell. So they probably did this every day with this sun and moon. They probably like did this in the nighttime and in the daytime. Well, probably sent you energy in the day, but that type of energy was probably different than what they was trying to do on these moon cycles. Alright, so the Alta magic, right? It's an enchantment. And then the everyday spell says Ruby Tuesday. So, Ruby. That's July. That's the birthstone for July. I'll tell you that much. And it's red. And then the root chakra, right? And we also have red dragons. They try to... Wasn't Ruby Tuesdays also like a restaurant? What? It ties together, okay? Because with this enchantment... I'm not saying that they put in things in your food. But... might want to watch who you eat from. But with this ruby, and then I'll just look at all like the red dragons over here, and then your root chakra and stuff like that. They try to affect how you feel about yourself, how you feel, or in your environment, how your security, right? With this money and stuff like that. Try to affect your money, so then you need to rely on them, or you need to come to them in some sort of like, if you're in need, they want to be the person that you go to, right? But it seems like they're the ones that are trying to put you in need so you can go to them or come to them and for help and stuff like that. So they make it for they can seem to be like a hero and stuff like that, when it's just like they caused the situation, they created the situation or creating the problem to then seem to be a hero, and it's like that's not what heroes do in any form. So there's that. Or just trying to affect your security. If you're ready with this confidence and stuff like that, like affect how you care for yourself, how you love yourself, and your self-esteem, trying to bring you down, because either they, like I said, they like confidence, trying to project that onto you. Then we have everyday spell again. Then we have clarity infusion. So they're trying to confuse you. Probably could have been gaslighting you, manipulating you with the deceptions, manipulating you or manipulating the situation. So you don't feel stable and secure in yourself, and they can have control over either your money and how you see or know or value yourself or view yourself. And like you do think like I won't say you do you do things for their validation, and you value their happiness, and when they like you'll try to appease them, they're happy about it, and they will feel like you have more value if you do that rather than you being who you actually are, kind of thing. And they wanted you to be okay with that. With this conjuring, right? Oh, these two came out together, but it's still love spells. Okay, see, this is on the back. Love spells. So we have growing on earthly delights. So being very materialistic and superficial. Then we have gypsy love herbs charm. Right, so on this altar they could be using like earthly things we have here with herbs. Right? Plants. Do we have candles? Yeah, we got candle up there. Oh, we also have Garden of Enchantment. Also have Ruby. They doing like everything in their will and their power, rather than doing the actual thing, which is apologize for whatever they did, tell the truth, speak the truth. Oh, that's why that could be why they feel so lost with this clarity, right? They didn't want you to see this see clearly. So like I said before, if you're not open or receptive to it, it gets bounced back. So now they won't see clearly or understand and stuff like that. That's why they feel lost. And we have moon spell. Then we have. Didn't I say something about your dreams? Right? Then we have prolific dreams. They. Let me tell you. Some people try to interrupt your dreams or come into your dreams, right? Especially, or like they could be trying to like fuck with you at night or trying to send things to like fuck with you at night, so you don't get the message or see the message in your dreams, or get the clarity in your dreams. So they try to like interrupt it, try to get like keep you up or stuff like that, and or like while you sleeping, you might wake up out of nowhere. Right, with this clear your energy, also clear your house. If this person ever gave you anything, I would say sage it and or throw it away. Sage it, or if you want to throw it away, but definitely sage it. Like sage it. Don't know if it's really crazy, you might want to check it for cameras. Don't know. You do you know your situation. I don't. Right, but that popped in my head for some reason. Then we have a moon spell again. New moon candle. See, they're using herbs and candles and crystals. But money being here, they probably paid somebody to do all this. So you don't see clearly. Alright, then we have love spell. Then we have Sullivan spell. What the fuck is that? Hold on. This is a love spell if you are... Oh, with this gift here, they might try to give you something as like a token of their love or gratitude to be in like good health or good love and stuff like that. But don't take it. If they give you, if any of your exes trying to come back giving you a gift, don't take it. Don't take it. Or I would say if you want to be nice because they spent money on it, but give it to Goodwill. Somebody, something. But the deception here is it's some behind it. And we have love spell. This person doing mad love spells. Like a bunch of it. And it's unnecessary. It's just unnecessary. Right? For attraction. They're trying to get you to be attracted to them again. and they feel like giving you this gift, which is a form of love bombing for one, will get you to love them again. Or they trying, like I said before, trying to do spells to get you to love them again, and conjure up the energy for you to love them, conjure up the passion that y'all once have and stuff like that. And it's just like, no, it's gone, it's lost, because this person is not meant to be in your life. And with a karmic, once you heal and you learn that karmic lesson, that karmic, like I said before, the contract is null and void. You will no longer find that person attractive. You will no longer have anything in common with that person. And no matter what you do, no matter what that person do, it's not, they won't get it back. It's not coming back. They might try to get you to start this karmic cycle back up, but then it's like, why would I do that? Why would I do that? Why would I sign myself up for something like failure if I know it's not going to work out? Why would I set myself up to fail? That kind of thing. They want you to set yourself up to fail. For a real twin flame and a real soulmate wouldn't want that for you. Wouldn't do that to you. That's how you know they're fake. Then we have healing spell. They doing all this love spell so you don't heal and find your actual soulmate. I said that earlier too. Right? Healing. And we have I feel pretty. They don't want you to have that confidence. Because if you have that confidence, you see like they don't actually have confidence. It was their pride and ego this whole time. And then they start feeling inferior to other people, and they feel insecure around a lot of people, which could be why if you receive attention from somebody else, they was jealous of it, because they know that person could provide something that they can't, but this you deserve better. Okay? And then we have healing spell again with lunar liberation with that moon magic. Either they was doing this under a full moon or a new moon, hiring somebody to do it. So you continue to be stuck in this cycle with them, and you'll never move on and find your actual true soulmate, the person that you're supposed to marry and be with. They don't even want you to see this person in your dreams, bro. They don't even want you to sleep peacefully at night. This is unstable. And then we have Strange Valentine, Love is Strange. Person will try to pass this off as love. Right? And then we have, don't know how to say this one, but Princess and a powerful personal growth. Oh, this person might try to say, because what's playing in my ear right now is Stay by Khaled. So with this gift, the person might try to say like, oh, I bought you a gift, like, is it okay for me to come over and drop it by your house and stuff like that? And let's say you're home, and then they're gonna try to talk to you or stuff like that, and if it's late, then it's like, oh, or they're gonna be like, oh, can I stay a little bit? We can sit, we can talk, we can do this, and the third. They just want to wait in, right? And then if they do get that way in, they're gonna either coerce you or try to talk you into sex with them. Or to even just coerce you to get them inside the house. Or let them inside your house. It's something. Alright, and then we have the carnivorous flower, or carnivorous flower fairy, tempting offer at a high price. See what I said? As soon as I saw the money thing, I was like, yeah, they doing something that they shouldn't be doing. And so it might sound tempting. Maybe like, oh, this doesn't seem like anything wrong. There's no harm, no foul. But there's definitely harm. There's definitely harm. Don't do it. Like, even if it's a gift, don't accept a gift. Or it might not actually be a gift. This whole thing might just be a play or an act. And then we have the Violet Angel, Breaking Dawn. So if there was any with this clarity, if there's any confusion, anything like that, starting to clear up. Then we have the storm angel collision of beliefs, styles, attitude, and energy. Didn't I say that before, earlier? I was like, if this person's sending you spell work, you might not be on the vibration. If I'm on a higher vibration, it's not gonna do much. Now, if me and you are the same, if me and you are both on the same vibration, all this would have been ruining somebody, wrecking them, right? With this, why do I feel lost? That could be why you're feeling lost, because of this person. But with it, seeing that you know all of this and know what they're doing and see what they're doing and why they're doing it and the cause of it, and the effect that they wanted to have in you, you start to see through it and realize, like, you're right. This has been happening since this person came in my life, or this was happening and this was happening. I just couldn't figure out why. Couldn't figure out why because that person was doing it and tried either gaslighting you, with its clarity, gaslighting you so you don't really even think clearly or see clearly that it was them doing it. So you won't, like I said before, so you won't feel stable or grounded. You won't move on and find your actual person. You think they're your person. And then we have Lady with a Broached Egg, Ancient Wisdom. But this person, Ancient Wisdom, past life soulmate. Well, past life relationship. This person is ancient. It's not your person. In no way, shape, or form. Then we have Strangely Lonely, Holding on Way Too Tight. Right? Now that obsessive and possessive. That's not love. Then we have Out Trick-or-Treating. We here. Right, so all this spell over here, they could be doing it right now. It's supposed to be affecting you right now. Or you're breaking clear of it and seeing clearly of it right now. Or they doing all this right now, but you already know of it. So when it comes to you, it's not really going to bother you or affect you in no way, shape, or form. Because even, like I said before, like, you're just sitting down and you're just going about your day, and out of nowhere, you start, like, thinking about this person. You're like, why am I thinking about this person? It's because they doing shit. They doing shit. Okay? Doing shit. So, for you to allow them to come into your space, or for you to just go in their space, something. Alright, and then we have a Clockwork Pumpkin. A wonderful idea, an aha moment. Right? So even if it comes to you, even if it's happening to you right now, it's like, oh, like I said before, it's the clarity, like that's why that was happening. Like oh. Especially, even if you sent off and it's spread all this off, you be like, none of this is affecting me. That haven't happened to me. But whoever, like, when I was reading it all off, you were like, this sound like this person. That person will do some shit like that. That's the person that did it, and that's the person that's feeling lost right now. Right? And if they wanted you to have confusion, and be confused, and let's say this person was already confused, they about to be hella confused. They hella confused. Can't tell up from down type of confused. Then we have Violet Duchess, stifled, bored, and stuck. Right? They wanted you to be stifled, bored, and stuck. They about to be stifled, bored, stuck, confused. All of it. All of it. Then we have the power of 3. Could be 3 people. Could be with this altar. With because they have candles, so that's fire. They have the crystals, which I guess you could say is earth. And then they got herbs. It's a lot of earth. They doing something. I don't know how they doing it, but they doing something. Right? Or they're paying somebody to do something, and they're using either candle magic and having candles with herbs on it. Because I looked at brew, and brew was like, you brew coffee. So it's like beans or even tea and stuff like that. So there's herbs here. Could be food, could be drink. Either way, be careful who you drink from, be careful who you eat from. But it could be like candle magic or candle spell, or it's something that they're doing, or they're going to somebody to pay for them to do it. But with this altar, there's altars for different things and for different reasons. Well, this person might have an altar specifically for spell working to send negative energy towards people. Oh, you ever watch Hey Arnold? You know, like how Helga, well, she had a shrine, but it's kind of like that. They might have one of those to you, and like sit there, and like do all this, try to send you stuff, or with this money, try to pay somebody to do it. Then we have the dress of alchemy. Release your energy, release your power. Alright, we already have release your ex. And then we have the angel of alchemy with miracles. We have the dress of alchemy and the angel of alchemy. Like, they just trying to help you change the situation. Because the situation needs to change. And I already said that. But, yeah. Now let's get into the tarot. I didn't expect this reading to be this long. I apologize. Every time. I don't know why that's starting to happen. But, yeah. It's well informative, so I guess. So this is the before. Should be the before tarot. Yeah, it's the before tarot. Okay? We have justice. I was talking about the justice card earlier. Right? She's wearing red. She feels stable and grounded. Right? She doesn't have the sword up yet, but she has the scales up. See? The scales are out. Even it might be slightly off, but it's not completely off. That is completely out of balance and out of whack. So it's like trying to say, like, before things get completely out of whack, right? We're gonna, like, spirit is gonna step in, the universe is gonna step in to balance out the scales, because you can't affect somebody else's love life or feel like you have the power and the control to affect somebody else's love life, because who the fuck are you? And then to if it's like to make them feel pretty and stuff like that, you're abusing your love and the love that somebody had for you. Why do you think that you can ever, or how long did you think that shit was able to go? You thought the universe was going to be like, yeah, you just do you, sweetie. Even though this is very damaging and very hurtful, you keep doing you. Pat on the back. Like, no. No, they're not going to do that. No. Right, then we have the Chariot. Man, so before you get, man, trying to, like, with that, whether it's releasing this X, but also the tempting offer at a high price. So it's like, before this person getting their vehicle to try to come to you saying, like, oh, I got this gift, like, we're going to balance out the scales. Tell them right away that you don't want the gift, you don't need it, you're good, and you alright, right? Right, if they want you to feel stuck and bored and stuff like that, Spirit is trying to say, like, yeah, we cutting that out so you can get in your chariot and you can get up out of here. They might be stuck, but you won't be stuck. Right? Then we have the, hold on. We have the devil. Oh, nipples. So we have the devil. And I already talked about the devil before, right? I said, to me, it's like a karmic relation when you see those two together, right? Because she's holding on to the chains, the ties that bind and stuff like that. And you think it's love when it's really lust. With this passion being here, it's just all about the passion and the lust and the attraction or the attention that they get. It's not actual love. And the justice is like, yeah, we cutting that shit out. Because it's time for people to realize the difference and know the difference and to be able to decipher the difference. Because some people might lust after you and stuff like that, but that doesn't mean that they love you. I can find you attractive, but that doesn't mean I love you. I can sleep with you and not love you. That kind of thing. A lot of people can do that. A lot of people can sleep with people and not love them. right? Then we have the Four of Cups, right? And then we have the Five of Pentacles, right? It's still cold. And then, like, because I'm looking at the dogs, but you see, like, the little flame. So, it's like, if they trying to put out your fire, right? Put out the flame that you have, like I said before, like, don't close your heart off to, like, love and stuff like that. And but normally in the Five of Pentacles, you see like two people like out in the cold. They wanted to lead you astray, and that's why Justice is like, before this person even gets a chance to do that, we're gonna balance the scale so you can get away. You can close out this karmic cycle, this karmic contract that you have with each other. Because with the Four of Cups being here, the Four of Cups is normally talk about like rejection, wanting So you probably didn't want this cup in the beginning, and then you popped in my head was people pleasing. You just took the cup to be nice, to be courteous. Because even though it's like, if you don't like, you don't want the gift, but you might take it, try to be nice because you spend money on it. And then I was like, give it to Free Will or the Salvation Army and stuff like that. Just simply telling that you don't want the gift, and they'd be like, oh well, I'm coming over to drop it off. And it's just like, you coming where? For what? I said I don't want it. Like, I don't want it. You know? And then at that point, it's like, you be trespassing. You do that on your own accord, because I will call the cops. Like, they will start slowing down, be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, there's no need to get the authorities in it. Like, yes, it is, because you're trespassing. Like, and I don't know what you would do when you're trespassing, right? Like I said before, they're going to try to, like, convince you in some way, type of form. And with this high price, you don't know what that price is, okay? It could just any form of abuse this person decide to do at that point in time. It could just be verbal. It could be mental, emotional, or physical. But, or they just come in your house and just never leave. And it's just like, squatters. And it's like, no. No. Or for you to, like, let them back into, like I said, start back up this karmic cycle. And it's like, no. It's done. It's null and void. And we have the Empress. Because with the kids here, it's like, you, with this, where do you see yourself in 5 years? You might see yourself with like kids, a house and a family, and stuff like that. And like I said before, do you see this person in your life for the next 5 years? No, then why are they there? You know? And then it's just like, if you want them nowhere near your family, it's just like, why are you still talking to this person? Why would this person still have access to you? And even if they don't have access to, if they trying to send on this spell work, it's still not going to work. No matter what they do to try to get back in. Because I'm just looking at the yellows. And yellow is all about action. And the action that is being taken to move forward to try to get you stuck in this karmic cycle is not going to work. Or shouldn't work with this aha moment. For them, they think it's a wonderful idea. You're just going to give in to them and just accept them. But if you do accept them, it's just going to lead you astray. And then we have the Queen of Wands. So the aspect of the Empress that you're portraying is the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands, like that, with the Empress being here and Justice, like, things are in balance and scales is all working out. It's very attractive, right? Because the Empress is also being about very abundant, but she doesn't chase, she attracts and stuff like that, right? So because now I'm going this way. So with the Queen of Wands and Justice, like I said before, the more self-love and the more self-care that you have for yourself and you trust yourself with that discernment, you know what you want, what you don't want, what you're going to take action on, what you're not going to take action on, what you're going to put up with, what you're not going to put up with. Then, because these two have similar backgrounds, so it's like, and then he's drinking out the cup. You know what you are going to accept and what you're not going to accept with the rejection, right? And like you're rejecting it because also you feel like it's beneath you, but you just know that you don't like it. Like I don't like peas, so I don't care who you are. I don't care if you Chef Gordon Ramsay himself. I'm not gonna eat peas. I don't care. I just don't like peas. I'm not gonna eat it. You know, but this person might feel like, well, I know that you don't like it, but you're gonna love it the way that I cook it. And it's like, no, I don't care how it's cooked. I don't eat it. Like that kind of thing, right? And taking action on that and defending it and and cutting those people out that is trying to pull you out of your comfort zone and stuff like that, or force you to commit to something that you don't really want to commit to get you out on the cold and lead you astray. Because these have similar backgrounds, right? With the black. And then we have Temperance, which is another angel card, it's also about balance, but peace, harmony, and patience. So, like I said before earlier, like I don't know how many people you might need to talk to before you find the one, but being patient and actually taking those time outs to talk to people and get to know them will save you from repeating this mistake ever again in your life, right? Because you will talk to people and really see the red flags and be like, oh, okay, that's what, yeah, no, goodbye. Like, I know somebody that had similar red flags, and I know I'm not gonna, we're not gonna mesh well, so goodbye, right? Because I know I don't like that. Goodbye, right? And you focus on something else, right? Because temperance is all about also about moderation, and with this healing, it can't just go cold turkey. Well, sometimes you can just go cold turkey, but some things you might have to take some time to step back little by little and do little things, rather than just being dramatic. I won't say if you're breaking up with somebody, packing up all their stuff and putting it by the door, that's self-explanatory. But let's say you have more things tied together and stuff like that. You have to, there's more time. You have to be more patient. You have to go about it the right way. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is all about a commitment, a long-term commitment, something that leads to generational wealth. And then we have here with the Empress, the children that's on her lap, even though this is the before tarot, right? So it's before you have kids and stuff like that with this, what do you see yourself doing in the next 5 years? What do you need to do in order to get to that? And releasing this person is one of those things you need to do in order to move forward to get to that type of abundance that you want to attract. And then we have Justice, right? This, you might be committed to this person and there's karmic commitment. You got to cut that out. See? Separate it. Reject it. Cut it out. You probably accepted it in the past, but it doesn't fit into your present, and it definitely doesn't fit into your future, so it has to get it cut out. The scales need to be balanced. Time to separate. Judgment. And I said it earlier. It's time to make the decision call. Judgment call. It's time to make this call for y'all to separate and to close this cycle out. Because it can't keep happening. This person's going to continue to lead you astray, and you will feel more and more lost, or they will feel more and more lost. It's time for it to get cut out. Right. So now we have the Two of Wands to set that intention, right? Once you make that decision, make that choice, set that intention. Wasn't that a plan? Yeah, what's the question? what would happen if this what would happen if this just wasn't a problem anymore? What is the smartest way I can solve this problem, right? Make that decision and set the intention and then go after it with the Two of Wands, right? Because the Two of Wands is like normally the second one is behind him, right? Except in one of my decks, and I love it when it shows that because I'm like, you looking on the past, so you reflecting, you reevaluating on the past, but don't get stuck in the past and just continue looking at it. It's time to turn your back. Which in the normal Two of Wands, his back is turned to the other wand, right? And he's holding on to one, which is you can say like it's the Ace of Wands, right? Which is a new passionate new beginning, right? And the world. He's taking a new passionate beginning and setting the intention to take, like, to see what's out there, right? Which is always why he's looking over the horizon and stuff like that. And it's like, make that decision. If you're cutting this person out and release them, make that decision and do what you got to do in order to continue moving forward. Don't worry about them. Don't focus on them. Don't take their feelings into consideration. But you also got to take your feelings in consideration as well, right? If they crying, then yeah, you might feel bad, but you have to do what's best for you, and this relationship isn't what's best for you. And then we have the Ace of Cups, right? Because the Two of Cups is planning, setting intentions, and also, like I said before, the other one is in his hand, and we already had New World. You setting the intention to take action on a whole new world. And then we have the Ace of Cups, right? And the Ace of Cups is new romance, so it's new love. We also have welcoming love, but then it could also be a creative project and or a new intuitive, like, downloads and abilities and stuff like that. But either way, closing out this chapter, you need to close that out this chapter in order to find that and move on to that chapter, right? With the Death, it's just merely like endings bring new beginnings. Something has to end in order for something else to begin. Then we have the King of Wands, right? Letting go of those people that feed you a whole bunch of nonsense. Because all I looked was at the smoke, right? Giving a smoke screen, putting up a smoke mirror, telling you what you want to hear, but not what you need to hear, kind of thing, right? And then we have Ten of Swords, Rose, the flower, right? We already had that over here. Because you might feel like ambushed or betrayed and stuff like that, but when you really think about it and evaluate it, there were signs showing that this person wasn't who they portrayed themselves to be or who they say that they are. But also, seeing that it went from 1 to 10 here, either way, something was decreasing. But it went from 1 to 10, and then the King of Wands is right in the middle. So it could be like this relationship with this King of Wands, this person that's all about like this attraction, looking for the next best thing, is about to come to an end or needs to come to an end. Like I said before, with that decision call, judgment call, so y'all separating. Because if you continue to date this person, they will want to control you and smother you, stifle you, control how you express yourself, your creative expression, how you speak, how you dress, where you go, all of it. And that's what they're saying. That's a high price, right? Because you lose your sense of self, your sense of peace, your self-trust, self-control, and all this stuff. It's very high price. Then we have the Queen of Wands. I have to put this somewhere else because you can't see it. I already showed it to you. I'm gonna go over here. And then we have the Page of Swords, right? You have to be on alert around this person or just in the relationship because they're not gonna tell you the truth and provide you the truth in any way, shape, or form. So you're always looking over your shoulder. And that's why spirit just like it's time for this to come to an end. It's not a healthy relationship any way, shape, or form. And it's just based on lust and attraction, not actual love. So if they're lying, that's the reason why they're lying to you. But they know if they tell you the truth, you will cut them out and leave them. Death. Right? There is no coming back from the situation. Or you're like, if you break up with them, there's no way you will date them again. But either way, the romance is dead. And it was just passion anyways. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles. Right? Being free and liberated, financially independent. And because with this being the romance deck, and I was saying like the difference between a codependent relationship and a dependent relationship. Their relationship that you have with them is codependent, or they were trying to make it codependent. And that's why they're saying if you break up with them, you're going to find somebody that you actually deserve to be with, that would treat you better and wouldn't try to control you or manipulate you in any way, shape, or form, where you need to have a codependent relationship. You can have a dependable relationship where you have somebody that you can rely on, depend on, and you have your hobbies and they have their hobbies, but y'all can still come together and y'all have y'all hobbies together and y'all still work and function, and there's peace and happiness and love. Where with this person, it was just nothing but chaos and control and sadness. Then we have the 10 of Pentacles, right? You're going to find somebody you can have an actual dependable relationship with. And then we have the 8 of Wands, right? Moving on and moving forward. Okay. I'm going to see what the character deck has to say. It's a very long reading, but when I think about it, I'm gonna have to do a love reading in forever. like, so we have hold up, activate this card when you need some time to process what just happened. Right, whoever you was thinking about, whoever you're in a relationship with, if you were like, hold up, they doing what now? They sending what? And it's just like, yeah. Sweetie, we was on the same type of timing. Then we have, there are some things you can't get back, no matter how much effort you put into it. And there are some feelings of despair that you can never ever shake off. Cyril. From Black Butler. Ooh, no. Then we have Little Miss Care Too Much. Right? Didn't I say that before? With I was like, care about your feelings. Don't try to stay in a relationship with them because, oh, they were crying. They're sad. If they say they're gonna hurt themselves because you're not with them anymore, that's a form of manipulation. Call call a family member or something like that to be like, you need to watch this person. You need to come get them from my house, and you need to stay with them and watch them. Because they talk about they're gonna hurt themselves, and this, and the third. And if they're just saying it just to get your attention so you won't leave, now the fact that it inconveniences somebody else's life, and they have to explain to that person like, well, what are you doing? Like, why would you ever say that? Or why would you do that? And they're just like, oh, well, because I wanted her to stay. I didn't want her to leave. And it's just like, bro, like the levels you will go to try to keep somebody, it's like an eye-opener for everyone around them. Okay. And then we all got both light and dark inside of us. What matters is the part we choose to act. That's who we really are. believe her name was Juno. Might be wrong. But that's from Danganronpa. Right? Where you might be light and this person might be dark. Right? And in the beginning you probably resonate with them or saw eye to eye with them, but over time you realize like, yeah, no, you're not on the same type of timing. And then it's because they was just kind of like mimicking you or copying you. Right? So, I'm gonna read the back of it. Are you on the right path? Sometimes we second guess what we are doing. We lose trust in the process and question if we're even on the right path. Know this, you are on the right path. Keep going, keep believing, keep remembering that you're made a soul contract that you are currently fulfilling in every area of your life, even if you can't see it. That doesn't mean it's not real. Today's soul action. Today, study. No, today search for the way you. Today, search for all the ways you are aligned with your soul's purpose. The signs will appear. Let this newfound trust fuel your your next step. Then with, am I focusing on what I'm losing or gaining? We have, are you going through some changes? Are you scared to let go because of what you might lose? What if you shift your focus from what you might lose to what you might gain? Ends are merely ends are actually new beginnings. Today's soul action. Today, make a list of all the things you will gain from the change you are going through. Fill your heart, take a breath, and deepen your trust. Amazing things are coming. Right? With that breaking dawn. And that death. Twice. Okay? Like twice. Yeah, so now I'm gonna turn over the affirmations. So the question was, but these came out together. So the question was, what has the fear of failure stopped me from doing? What's one step I could take today to begin overcoming that fear? What skill and quality do I currently possess to achieve my dreams? How can I strengthen or add to these qualities? So we have failure is just another way to learn how to do something right. And then we have, I have the power to achieve my dreams. What is something or someone that is draining my energy right now? Do I have people I need to spend less time with? And then we have my creativity, my creative energy knows no limits. What is considered as small stuff to me? How can I stop overreacting to the small stuff? I do not sweat the small stuff. And then we have, what is one thing you haven't done yet that you really want to do and what's stopping you? My full consciousness in myself and my abilities. I have full confidence in myself and my abilities. I can do all things that I commit myself to. Then we have, what do I do when I feel life is too hard? How can I remind myself to see the beauty in the difficult situations? And it's the affirmation is, I see the beauty in everything, in every situation and everything. What are my dreams and hopes for the next 5 years? What is my plan? The affirmation is, I'm happy with the person who has many hopes and dreams. I'm a happy person who has many hopes and dreams. And lastly, we have what will happen if this just wasn't a problem anymore? What is the smartest way I can solve this problem? And then we have, I will always stay positive and work on a solution. Because if there's a will, there's a way, bro. If there's a will, there's a way. This person don't understand. Like, if the relationship is over and spirit said the relationship is over, there's no will. Okay? There's no will and there's no way to bring y'all two back together unless spirit says so. And spirit not saying so. Spirit is saying, get this person out of my life. Get out of your life. Okay? So, that. Um, so that's the love reading / about the lover's card. Like I said, I won't have to do one for a very long time. But take the parts that resonate with you, leave the parts that doesn't. I hope this helped you, in any way, shape, or form. If you're like an abusive relationship, seek help that you need to seek help. I did like a research project on it, and I can based on research that I did, I'm on the fence. I understand why some people may stay, because I know the reasons why they will stay. But like I said, if there's a will, there's a way. There's a way out. I'll take that way out. No problem, bro. No problem. No problem. Okay, no problem. Especially if the door's opening and the door opened many times, taking it. Like I said before, with that song, it came 3 times. I was like, alright, that's my sign. You feel me? I'll take it. So you got to figure out what your sign is and what's that sign is saying. This is your way out and this is how you get out and this is who's helping you out and that kind of thing. But I would say protect yourself. Keep yourself safe. If you don't want nobody in your space and your energy and they keep trying to intrude or trespass, you got to protect yourself. If moving is protecting yourself, cutting off people that keep bringing this person around you, you got to do what's best for you. Okay? Your comfort levels, your all of it. You have to do what's best for you. Like they said, self-love is a foundation for the rest of the love that you're giving to other people. So you gotta figure that out, take care of it, and heal it, and focus on it. Those people that's trying to stop you from loving yourself or caring for yourself, those are the people that's trying to use you, manipulate you, and try to take control of your life. So it's best to protect yourself from those people. If you having boundaries somehow hinders them or bothers them in some way, shape, or form, it's because they wanted to use you. Their love is real strange. Okay? And yeah, that's all I have for you for this reading. If I feel like it resonated with you or helped you in any way, shape, or form, then I am glad. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.